Yo, what's up, people? Welcome back to another podcast of the MMA Breakdown. And in today's MMA Breakdown podcast, Glover Teixeira, not Alex Gustafsson, next for Jon Jones. Alex Gustafsson will have to wait before getting another crack at the UFC lightweight title. Jon Jones' next title defense will be against Glover Teixeira, possibly as soon as February 1st. In Newark, New Jersey, UF President Dana White told ESPN Wednesday, "That's what the champion wants," White said. "We'll probably have to fight on the Super Bowl card in New Jersey," while it says White added, "Gustafsson will fight against around the same time in his home country of Sweden, but he didn't have an exact date yet." Jon Jones is 19-1 defending against Gustafsson, which is 15-2. To be honest, do you guys think there should be an automatic rematch with Jon Jones versus Alex Gustafsson, or do you think it's okay that Gustafsson's not fighting but Glover Teixeira is fighting? I'm not really a big Glover Teixeira fan, or however you pronounce his name. He really has not impressed me as of late, or at all, I should say. But Jon Jones will fight him. But Jon Jones did show that he can take an ass whooping. But to me, a lot of people are saying this: Jon Jones did not look himself in his title fight. They're just saying it looked like Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen in their first fight, and Chael Sonnen just mopped the floor with Anderson Silva, but you see what happened in the second fight. Chael Sonnen just got demolished. But my thing is, if you look at Gustafsson, and he's the only one that gave it to him, if Glover can give it to Jon Jones like Alexander did, then you know Jon Jones isn't the almighty best fighter of all time. He's not. He's just going to be another average guy. Like, Anderson Silva is one of those dudes who just dominated. I know Jon Jones has dominated a lot of fighters because of his long length, but I'm telling you, if you can get in under his long length, you can beat this guy. Like Alexander Gustafsson, he had a long length, and look what happened. Jon Jones really had no answer for that. Benson Henderson hopefully to return in February of 2014 after dropping his title to Anthony Pettis at UFC 164 in August. It sounds like former lightweight champion Benson Henderson will be taking some time off before returning to action. As a report by Ariel Helwani, Wednesday's UFC Tonight, Benson Henderson is eyeing a February 2014 as a possibility returning. According to his management, Henderson does not have a specific opponent in mind, but wants someone who puts them back into the picture for a title fight. Henderson, who was armbarred into submission by Pettis, seemed to be in pain, but my thing is, do you guys want to see Pettis versus Benson Henderson again, or do you think Benson Henderson should just come back and work his way back up? He shouldn't get a title shot when he comes back, and I think he's gonna have to fight a couple times because the way he lost. But Benson Henderson will be back. I'm not really the biggest Benson Henderson fan. He really reminds me a lot of GSP, where he gets taken down a lot. GSP is one of those guys that have similar styles when it comes to fighting as Benson. They both know how to score rounds. They definitely know how to win rounds. They're round winners. They're not dominating finishers. Basically, Chris Cyborg says Ronda Rousey is mentally ill. It says Ronda Rousey was worried about how the fans would see her on the current season of The Ultimate Fighter. and her longtime rival, Chris Cyborg, is surprised with what she has seen. Invictus featherweight champion believes the mental aspect could be a factor in Ronda Rousey's second title defense in the UFC against Miesha Tate on September 28th, and that Tate would have the advantage. Ronda is a little mentally sick, Cyborg told MMAfighting.com. Miesha is more confused. I don't know if that's because Ronda is younger, more competitive. The mental aspect can affect her, but what makes you win inside the octagon is training hard. And if you look at it this way, guys, Ronda Rousey right now is not training. She is doing the Expendables 3. Is that going to really change her as a fighter? Because she did write down on a tweet that she only has 2 more years in mixed martial arts before she moves on to do something else. And to me, I think she's going to go on the field of being another Gina Carano, one of those women who dominate, and then one girl comes in there and smashes her, and then she's done. So there's an exclusive interview with BJ Penn saying he wants to finish the fight at 155 pounds, and I'll read what he says. It says, quote, "I know I really do wish the fight was at 155 pounds. Nothing to do with the weight. It just really feels that Frankie hasn't yet lost. He's right up there, and I feel everybody says I'm supposed to be the greatest lightweight of all time. Frankie beat me twice, ladies and gentlemen. Frankie never really lost. Pettis is the new champion. You got all these guys coming. Well, if Frankie and me are the old guys, maybe who walks out of the ring will be one of the best lightweights of all time. We're going to find out." Do you guys think Frankie Edgar is actually one of the best pound per pound lightweights of all time in the UFC? He beat BJ Penn twice, and a lot of people don't give this dude credit. BJ Penn is my favorite lightweight of all time because he goes in there and fights every time. But you cannot count out Frankie Edgar. That dude has heart, determination to win. Maybe he's not has that one punch knockout power, but the dude knows how to fight. And would you guys rather see this fight at 155 over 145? Frankie Edgar at 155, a lot of people says he's too small, but look what he did. He went on a 10-fight win streak or something at 155 pounds. So the dude can fight at 155. It's just the way it is. Is it the Diaz brothers are crazy, or is it the Diaz brothers just don't want to fight? Dana White set up a fight against Nate Diaz versus Gray Maynard at UFC Ultimate Fighter Finale 18 on November 30th, and he's basically saying, Nate Diaz tweeted him and basically said, "Dude, I got other obligations to go to. I got my high school reunion to go to." And Dana White basically says, "I'm not convinced this fight will not be skipped. Nate Diaz will actually show up and fight." To be honest, if you have other obligations that day, then Dana White should understand that. And he basically says Nate Diaz took to Twitter on Monday and pronounced that he would not be able to fight Gray Maynard on November 30th card in Las Vegas, Nevada, because he has to attend his high school reunion. The product of Stockton school system tweeted, "Can't make it November 30th. I got high school reunion to attend to." So let the dude go to his high school reunion and have this fight another time, because they've already fought before. The dude has a life outside of fighting. Just want to tell you guys that. But would you guys want to see Gray Maynard versus Nate Diaz? I think Nate Diaz got his ass handed to him in their first fight, but That's my honest opinion, guys. Nate Diaz versus the Gray Maynard, not really an exciting fight, to be honest with you. And in closing statement, will there be a champion loser title in the next 14 coming months? Yeah, Dominic Cruz is going to lose his title. GSP is losing his title. I think there's going to be 2 title losses. Dominic Cruz, when he comes back, and your boy, GSP, you're getting your ass whooped. But, with that being said, guys, that is the UFC, or the MMA Breakdown podcast. And I will definitely talk to you guys next time. Oh, I want to ask you something. This is not MMA related. Why do people camp out for the iPhone? I don't get it. What's the point of camping for the fucking iPhone? I watched Chris Pirillo's vlog. This dude got up at 2 in the morning to go wait in line. And even though he got up at 2 in the morning to wait in line for the iPhone, he was number 100 in line. Really? Can't you just order it on the phone, or go in and get it at another day? I would never camp in front of the store to get a video game, a movie, a cell phone, just so I could be yeah, I got the phone the first day. Really? It's a cell phone. Hundreds of millions of people have it. It's not like it's something unique. But with that being said, I'll definitely talk to you guys next time.